Ashton Stotter. He goes by Compass. He was a friend who we at Tampa Food Not Bombs shared food with, and he was beaten by police. He was punched in the face and the ribs. He was put in handcuffs and then taken down and slammed to the ground multiple times, and charged with resisting arrest with violence. And then also the original charge was petty theft. They said that he stole a sandwich from a 7-Eleven.
But he had been cleared earlier on a different charge for stealing?
So actually what happened, he was arrested in January, February, beginning of this year, and then he went to one trial already, and he won that trial. He insists that he did not do any of this. He spanges for money, he plays guitar for money, sometimes dumpster dives for food, and he had $6 in his pocket, and if he wanted a pizza, he would have bought a pizza. But they said that he stole this, and he affirms his innocence, and they keep trying to make him plea out, make him plead guilty, and he insists that he doesn't, and so he's been in there, staying in jail for 5 or 6 months now, and is coming up to his pretrial on June 21st. It's a Tuesday at 8:30 a.m. in Judge Holden's court in Tampa, and we at Food Not Bombs want to support him and raise awareness about his case. So one thing that how it came about was some Tampa Food Not Bombs volunteers did jail support for Black Lives Matter activists, and we had affinity group support forums, and then supported people when they were in jail in whatever way we could, help bail them out and things like that. And then we thought we could do this same approach towards people that we share our food with, who oftentimes we go a couple weeks and hey, we haven't seen this person for a long time. I wonder what happened. But in the past, we didn't have their legal name. We didn't know how to find them in the system. And so we started bringing these affinity group support forms to our Tampa Food Not Bombs sharings and asking people who are willing to sign and to say their legal name, their identifiable information. And this has helped us find Ashton. There's actually another woman that was just recently arrested, and sent a postcard to her today and hopefully get correspondence with her as well. And this allows us to find them in the system and support them through eye care packages or emotional support, or even, like we're trying to do here, show up to the court hearing and just make him feel not alone, even though he's behind bars.
So you answered all the questions I was going to ask. What else, is there anything else about this case or about this issue that our listeners should know?
I actually wanted to read an excerpt from a letter that he wrote me from jail. And we've written back and forth a few times. I can only send him postcards due to the way Hillsborough County jails work. But this is from Ashton, or Compass. Unlike a lot of people I'm locked up with, there's a lot of inmates in here facing life or the death penalty. I think that's the hardest about being in here. I feel like I've been doing life in an installment plan, only I hop freight trains all over the country, just trying to be free and pursue my happiness, then get locked up everywhere I go. It's not fair that an American should feel like a POW in his own country. And this isn't the first time Ashton's been locked away, and for long periods of time even. I think it's an indictment of our economic system and obviously our, quote, justice system, that, and Ashton has talked about it in his letters, that if you're rich enough, you can pay somebody, a lawyer, they'll get it all cleaned away for almost nothing, for fix everything, and then bail him out so he doesn't have to be in jail for 6 months over a sandwich. And then also indicts the economic system that, people, food should be a human right. It should be accessible to everybody that needs it, and that people are being arrested for something like stealing a sandwich is just absurd, and shows what the purpose of the police are in our society, to uphold economic inequality and suffering, and that needs to change.
All right, thanks so much.
Thanks.